Good afternoon, everybody. Nyia Harris here for Open Book with Nyia Harris. Thanks for tuning in to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. I have my guest in studio with me today, Xavier Thomas. Xavier, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How yourself now?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Okay, I got to read just a quick little thing for Power 104.7. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so through the Center of Broadcasting Journalism, Power 104.7 is training the next generation of journalists and changing who gets to tell their stories. We deliver hands-on, intensive training with award-winning professionals, then put our students straight to work in the real newsroom right here at Power 104.7. This mission matters now more than ever, and we need your support. So help us diversify newsrooms across our state with a tax-deductible donation to the Center of Broadcast Journalism. No gift is too small, and every dollar makes an impact. Donate now at centerforbroadcastjournalism.org. Thanks for giving me a moment to read that here at Power 104.7. They're doing some great work, some amazing work. You got to meet the VP there. And what do you think of the studio?
I love it.
Yeah?
Sometimes I always wonder how one little idea led me to do cool opportunities like this. And I just got to say I'm blessed.
Yes.
I am so blessed. Great studio. Yeah. Goosebumps being in here. So thank you for having me.
I'm so glad that you could be here, and we have crossed paths a couple times, right? We were in a fashion show together, yes, and then I got to see you at you were a visitor at B3 Networking, so that was fun. What was your experience like there?
It was great, just being around so many role models of mine. You know, some people I've seen in the news, I've heard about, and just being all in one room and just supporting each other.
Absolutely.
And that was the key part. And I remember at the end, we all talked about our little pitches. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when a person going to pitch, someone might be on their phone or not paying attention.
Right.
Everyone was actively listening.
Yes.
That goes a long way of just the community you guys have built.
Yes.
And just the support that you give.
Absolutely, absolutely. Every time we meet, it's just great energy that takes you through the day.
Yes,
so yes, so we appreciate you being there. So I have to tell you something about this show, Open Book with Nyia Harris. So when we start off, we usually talk pop culture, world events. But if the news is negative, which it has been, we talk weekends. We kind of keep it light and fun and talk weekends and positive stuff, positive territories. So tell me about your weekend, because I know you had some fun stuff going on.
This was a very positive weekend. So we actually hosted a fundraiser for the Children Minnesota Hospital.
Okay.
Over in Smith Artist Lofts. Have you been?
I have not, no.
It is artist heaven. It is a place where artists can live and create. So there's a recording studio inside, a pottery studio, multiple art galleries. By the way, probably one of the best apartment-style gyms I've ever seen. I mean, it is really artist heaven. Okay. So they can live and they can create. So yeah, over the weekend we had an event, and it was showcasing what art can be here. We had some live music. We had Doghouse, Bear Mirror, and Soul perform. We also had a toy drive and donated some money to Children Minnesota. I haven't done the money yet. It was a very, give me a break. It was Sunday. I took a little break, guys.
You deserve a break. You deserve a break. Yes.
But I can confidently say that we raised over $500 in money and toys to give to the Children Minnesota Hospital.
And every little bit helps. It's kind of like what I just read there, right? No amount is too small, right?
No amount is too small.
Yes.
And it was just cool to give back. And I haven't talked about, we had vendors as well, local vendors.
Yes.
And just seeing how people care about their work, it's a long way. Like, someone bought something today.
Yes, I love that.
It was a great event.
And it's a great way to like build community, right?
Exactly. Most people just didn't know Smith was down the road.
Yeah.
You all drive right by it.
Okay. Well, you know what? Then you gave them some exposure too for the space,
course, yeah.
right?
How was your weekend?
My weekend was very low key. I have shared this on a couple different episodes, but I'm embracing something called fourth quarter stillness, which means I'm limiting social interactions, and I'm really taking time to be present with myself, focus on myself, my husband, my kids, and really just be centered. And so I'm going to be the best, brightest, shiniest version of myself come January 1st.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. So that's been my weekend, just low key. Okay, I want to also ask you about, you brought some markers with you. You brought some sweaters. What do you have planned here, Xavier?
So this little guy is Inspiro.
You gave me one as a gift.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Inspiro is amazing. Inspiro is the mascot. Inspiro is the Smurfs, the Barbie. Inspiro is whoever you want to be as a creative.
Okay.
Inspiro can be a painter, a screenwriter, a visual artist,
Yes.
a musician. We want Inspiro to inspire the next generation.
Okay. And I have to mention too, although you gave it to me, I can see my 15-year-old daughter, who is very into art, by the way, wanting to take this from me. So I hope you don't mind if she takes it.
Feel free. I have plenty, and I want to thank Elton. Elton is the main person that goes behind all these designs here.
Okay. So he created this.
He is a engineer.
Okay. Shout out to him. Let's give him a shout out.
Oh my goodness. Elton is, I remember it was our July event.
Yes.
He came in with a full mascot helmet that was remote controlled by his, I believe, Nintendo Switch.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And it was an open mic. And at that time, I just like didn't want to say like, that guy probably just won there. I'm like,
Okay.
like, it's one of those things you walk in, you see it, and someone just from an idea, see someone walking in with that concept and taking it to heart.
Yeah.
I shedded a tear.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience. It was amazing. And yes, sooner or later, I will be dressed up as full mascot and talking to kids and saying,
Okay, when that
happens, be ready.
When, I was going to say, when that happens, I need a photo.
Of course. I got you.
Okay, tell me about the sweaters and
Yes.
yeah.
So first, we started off with a music line. So
Okay.
we had hip hop, country, and alternative. But for this holiday season, we have dropped a holiday line. So we have Elf Inspiro. And one thing I really love about Elf Inspiro, this is yours as well.
Oh, this is also my. Okay,
Yes,
she's
it
not
is.
getting this. Just
Oh, that's-
she can have the toy, but she's not getting this. What size is it? My size? Oh, you guessed the right size
Did I-
for me.
Hey,
Okay.
perfect timing.
Okay,
It's
Xavier,
a miracle.
It. Look at that play on words. I love it. I love this. This feels really good.
Yes, it is. So
Yeah.
that is, excuse me. Yeah, that is Elf Inspiro. So you can see Inspiro is creating little versions of himself, just to continuing the blessings of it.
Yes.
And what I'm currently wearing, I am a sucker for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's my
Okay.
favorite Christmas movie.
Okay.
So we did a reindeer version as well.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so if folks want to buy these shirts,
Yes.
what is the cost of these shirts?
So those are $45.
$45?
Yes, it is. And there's also shirts versions that are $25.
Okay. And how do they get said shirt or sweatshirt?
So you can just go to miraclearts.org and then go to our shop, and it's feel free right there.
Okay.
We also have some magnets you can put on the wall, some mugs, all holiday items.
Okay,
as well.
you got all the swag.
I got all the swag.
All the swag from Miracle Arts. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, we have more to talk about. More to talk about with Miracle Arts and you. I want to learn about you before you started Miracle Arts. Are you going to stick with me?
I will.
Okay, fantastic. We're going to take a quick music break. We'll be back in just a bit. You're listening to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. All right, we are back. Nyia Harris here for Open Book with Nyia Harris. Thanks again for tuning in to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. In studio with me, my guest, Xavier Thomas of Miracle Arts. Xavier, okay, we were talking the whole time on the break here. So Xavier used to do some sports back in the day, right? You're a young man. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23. I thought you were 27. Okay, look at, I'm even off. Okay, so 23. So he remembers playing what sports?
So I was football and track.
Football and track.
Yes.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about those sports for you.
So football and track was really the first time I found my friends.
Okay.
Like those individuals I met when back in second grade playing Pee Wee football. I had a chance to play them in varsity sports and even in the state championship. I was played for Champlin, and many individuals from Wayzata
Okay.
all came from a Brooklyn Center little patch of area. And that was a great experience.
Okay.
So I've learned a lot of lessons and experience through sports.
Yeah.
And a lot of ways I try to use MA, but that for art.
Yeah.
Like I know there's AAU basketball, and I did that as a kid as well. And it's very intense. And I'm not saying there's not a pathway out with sports, but I wonder as a kid, why can't there be an ecosystem for art this way?
Yes.
Why can't kids be excited for art battles on weekends or art galleries or even a chance to just, there's a great event. I'm going to shout out Muse here. It's called Find Your Muse.
Okay.
Is there a chance where photographers, video photographers, producers, and models all come together and create?
Okay.
And it's amazing. Why can't that be for kids as well? Like, there's so many opportunities.
Well, you know what? It only takes one, Xavier, right? And maybe you're that one.
It takes a miracle?
Yeah. I love how you keep doing that too. Yes, absolutely. Pun intended. Yes, you could be the one. You could be the miracle that like sparks that in a whole new generation of kids that say, oh, you know what? I was previously thinking sports, but this is another route for me, you know?
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, I have a 13 and 15-year-old daughters, and my 15-year-old, she is loving art. For the last 3-4 years, she's been saying, okay, I want to be, I think, a graphic designer. Like, I want to be an artist. I want to be an artist. I want to be an artist. I mean, okay, so tell me, level with me here. Is this really, like, is this a path that you can really make a good living at, a good wage, you know, a sustainable income? Tell me.
First, yes.
Okay.
But I want to start it off with how we think about art.
Sure.
I always use the example, if a kid is in, let's say, Chicago in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did he want to be? Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest name around.
Yeah.
We are growing up on these influencers that are seeing that they're using their creative passion and making a livable income off of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. But how we pitch it, the same way how we pitch basketball.
Sure.
It's the same way. Like, this can be a pathway out, but it's not the only way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying stop education, but these are some side hustles we have here.
Okay.
Some side hustles that we can go into college, like DJing, like graphic design, like your daughter, or even being a musician, picking up some gigs throughout high school and college. That could be livable. And many artists know the 9-to-5 job is a huge gap. You got to become commercialized. But who will love a check for $500 for the thing that they actually love on the side?
Yes.
We all would.
Absolutely. Well, they say, do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life, right?
And this is what I love. I always say, I get to color with kids for free. Essentially, I get part of what I do is just to have fun and see art. And even as a kid myself, I always go back to, I was in a talent show back in Champlain Park called Flowetry.
Okay.
At that time, I never thought coordinating art was going to be my full-time job in a lot of ways. And now I'm building towards that with Miracle Arts.
Yeah.
I just didn't see a pathway as clear as you see in STEM or as clear as you see in sports or education.
Yeah.
But there is a pathway.
Yes.
And I always say this, our first step is being a connector. Minnesota's third in the nation in art funding.
Third in the nation in art
Third
funding.
in the nation. There is New York, California, Minnesota.
I feel like I need to write that down right now. Okay, so what does that mean then?
So that means art is getting funded by different organizations such as mainly the nonprofits. We have Walker, we have MIA. There's so many big organizations that's here. Prince organization. I can go down the list of foundations here. We have so many resources that people just don't know about.
Yeah.
That we drive right by. And our first step was being a connector.
So like a resource hub.
A resource.
Yeah.
Essentially a resource.
Okay.
And we created a resource guide that has different art organizations, nonprofits, recording studios, to just be a connector throughout the state.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so let's jump back for a second because I have to on your age. I literally had thought you were 27, and then which is pretty young, right? But then I find you're 23. Like, wow. Okay, so what was your mom, dad thinking? Like, when you said, hey, I want to start this business, right?
Yeah.
Around art. Like, what were they thinking? What'd they say?
It all happened so quickly.
Yeah.
So my family are also entrepreneurs. We have a custodian business. So that has always been in my background. We have always know how to work and go get what we desire in this world.
Sure.
So I've always had that passion. But back in college, it was a thing called the Big Ideas Challenge.
Okay.
And this is where Miracle Arts was founded. Didn't win the competition, but I continued it on as a student club.
Yes.
And then I remember when I graduated, people asked me, like, what's next with Miracle Arts? And I was like, oh,
yeah,
let's continue this thing.
Yeah.
And it just seemed second nature. I at first thought it would be scary to balance it all, but they have accepted it with open arms. You should see them. They're all decked out with swag. My little sister now, and this is the main reason I started this, is so passionate and so ignited to see her next step.
Yeah.
So my parents are no more than proud right now.
I love that. I love that. That is wonderful for you. How old's your sister, by the way?
She is 18 now. I had to think about that because she's going up on me now. Like, man.
Well, I mean, you've created this path for not only folks that are your age, but younger, right?
Yes.
And your sister's excited about it. Your family's excited about it. That's so wonderful. Okay, so let me jump back for just one more second. So I had said we've run into each other at a couple of different events,
Yes.
right? The fashion show and the networking. But I forgot about another event that I saw you at, which was it was basically a community Shark Tank type style event. And there were 2 winners that evening, and you were one of the winners.
Yes, and Heather Lee, I love Heather Lee. She is great. She actually volunteered at our event as well.
Oh, she did?
Was the second winner.
Yes.
But yes, it was a great opportunity. I love pitching Miracle Arts. That is I would say the second best part of the job.
Yeah.
Being with the children and helping them navigate is the best, but
Yeah.
pitching, I fall in love with Miracle Arts all over again. I fall in love with why I did it.
Yeah. And you did a wonderful job, which is why you won that evening.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was in the audience. You did a wonderful job for sure. I am curious, like a lot of people, right? Like, okay,
Yeah.
third in art funding. That's just, it's sticking with me, which I think that's me. You might want to lead with that too. You know what I mean? Because that does show that there's viability within this industry, right?
Yes,
And
it
there's
is.
so many different directions you can go. So, okay. So when you think artist, it's not just, okay, someone with a paintbrush. It can mean that, but what else does it mean?
I like to use the word creative because
Creative.
we're all creators. We're all creative people.
Okay.
And even being a producer is being creative. And I know that is not in a art discipline, but there's so many opportunities in production and music and dance and fashion. Art is creativity and creativity is art. So we tailor for all these type of creativity or all these type of creatives, excuse me. And the goal is to have that this discipline.
Yeah.
Having a musician meet a dancer, and who knows, that can lead to a project as well.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I love that. And assuming you've probably had those type of collaborations
It's
under Miracle
amazing.
Arts.
It's so fun. It's like, I remember I was at one event and I tried to do like the Cupid matchmaking.
Okay.
And then they said, we don't have a studio. I'm like, go outside. We don't have enough money what do you mean money for a budget? Cut down the budget. These individuals try to step every barrier to stop the collaboration because it's just how we think. I'm like, there's no barriers. Y'all can go work on a project right now and release it by Friday, and it's amazing.
Yes.
We just need that push.
We need that push. I love your thought process. I love where you're going with this. It makes me excited about art. And I don't consider myself like an art aficionado in any sort of way, but it makes me excited. You know, I have an appreciation. I will say that.
Yes.
I definitely have an appreciation for art. If I go to like an art gallery or whatever, I can be like, yes, I like that. No, I do not like that. So yeah. I have so many more questions, but a question that I want to ask you right now is, with this current administration, with things being cut left and right, is art funding something that's on the table? Wait, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Why isn't he answering that? Well, because it's time for us to switch into podcast mode. So if you've enjoyed this episode so far, I encourage you to check back in a couple days on my YouTube channel, Open Book with Nyia Harris, where you can see this episode in its entirety, and you'll get the cliffhanger question answered by Xavier. I want to share with you also that I usually use this time to tee up my next guest, but guess what? I don't have a next guest next week because it is Christmas and I am taking a much deserved break. But I'll be back with you in 2 weeks, and I'm so excited for that. So everyone have a happy holiday. Have a great, wonderful rest of the day. And I encourage you to check out my YouTube channel in just a couple of days for this episode. Thanks. All right, we are back in podcast mode, and Xavier, we just couldn't stop talking, could we?
No, we cannot. Chatterboxes.
That's all right. That's all right. That's the sign of a good conversation. Okay, so you and I, we left off on the cliffhanger. Do you remember the cliffhanger question?
Yes, I do.
Yes, please.
So you talked about how to navigate through this nonprofit scheme right now with all the art funding getting taken out. So again, you can break this question down as the organization and as the artist.
Yeah.
But overall, it's about pivoting. It is being aware of the news, but also like pivoting your mission statement in a sense of, not your mission statement, but pivoting more of your strategy of achieving your mission.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
For example, making more monetized items because you might have no little of art funding. So maybe selling more sweatshirts or some merch items in a sense. Is being navigable through this hard scheme of we're in right now, being a pivot.
Okay. So that's something that you've clearly already thought about
Yes,
too,
I have,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to, affect your business, your industry too much more, and that you continue to just thrive. And, I'm rooting for you. So know that.
Yes.
I know we've been talking quite a bit about Miracle Arts, but I want to take a moment and read just your About Us page. You have a really cute website, by the way. I like it a lot.
Thank you very much.
Miracle Arts is a 501c3 nonprofit, commonly known as Minnesota Art Resource Hub. It's youth-focused, a youth-focused creative education nonprofit dedicated to empowering Minnesota youth creatives. Our resources aim to inspire, connect, educate youth Minnesota creatives. Founded by Xavier Thomas, Miracle Arts was built on the belief that creativity has the power to transform communities. We provide a dynamic platform where artists of all mediums can connect, grow, and showcase their talents.
Yes.
I mean, okay, that's a pretty great intro to your business. We talked a little bit before the break about collaborations. I'm curious for what kind of collaborations have you personally done yourself?
Oh, I think the main part of it is collaborations. We have collaborated with great organizations as Bridge Makers, and they are third floor up here. So they're
same building,
same area. We have also collaborated with a lot of St. Paul organizations, the Art Collective, East Side Art Collective as well.
Yeah.
We just had an event at Smith Artist Lofts. So there's great connections in St. Paul, and I always got to shout out Rum River. They had our first event there in Anoka.
Okay.
And the whole point is to be that connector. If you can't tell, some people be in Northeast and only stay in Northeast.
Yep, that happens. Yep.
And I understand, but there's so many opportunities that's just down the road.
Yes.
Here's a little quick fun fact here. But Nirvana recorded their last album here over in Cannon Falls.
Oh, really?
So not in the metro, nothing nearby, but like you going down 52 South, right down Cannon Falls.
Okay.
Yeah? It's having that have an opportunity, growing that community.
Yeah.
Side note, a kid was wearing a Nirvana sweatshirt. I was working my 9-to-5 work and didn't know about it.
Yeah.
He talked about the opportunity over in Mankato. I'm like, no, it's just down the road. You just got to know about it.
Yeah.
But there's so many cool networks that stay in the Northeast area or the Northwest or in St. Paul that there is no cross collaboration. And sometimes you also have events that are only based in the cities that someone in the suburbs or even farther out, like a North Branch. Imagine being an artist traveling all the way down for an hour and you maybe make $5-6 that day and you have to travel back.
Yeah.
There's to be more community up there and some more ideas down here for them to grow.
Okay. Well, with that said, Xavier, I mean, what is your goal? What is your goal? Like to be the bridge for all across Minnesota for creatives, or what's your goal?
So my goal is to empower the artists.
Okay.
So it's actually a full 360 circle that I'm aiming for.
Okay.
These same youth that I'm inspiring to create, I want them to be the next generation to inspire them.
Okay.
What I mean is once they become of age, they can take on these community work jobs and provide more opportunities for the Miracle Arts kids and kids in general.
Okay.
And there's going to be some sub-chapters made because I don't know what a person up in Duluth wants, nor down in Marshall or Rochester.
Yeah.
The creatives there know what they want. So let's empower them. Yes, I can help with the business side because I don't think most artists don't want to do that. And I get it. I don't want to do it either. But I can help with that.
Yeah.
But these cool ideas and opportunities, I want them to showcase for themselves.
Yeah.
So it's a full circle. It's the same youth that you see now will be the Miracle Arts staff or just community members that's supporting the youth.
So let me say this, because once you have tackled that, right,
Yes.
you've tackled Minnesota. So say that's happened, right? We're 5 years into the future and you've conquered Minnesota. Then what?
I want to expand out.
Okay.
I really do. And my family, my mom's from Florida, my dad from Mississippi.
Okay.
And Clarksdale, where Centers, where all that is, very close by to where my dad grew up.
Okay.
All the way down in Mississippi, there's some talented artists out there
Okay.
that needs just the opportunity, just need a resource like that as well. I can't wait until you see the whole country filled with all the recording studios you can think of. Where if I'm picking up my bags and I'm moving to, I don't know, Connecticut, right? I can find a opportunity to connect with musicians or connect with photographers there.
Yeah.
That can happen. You don't have to be in LA or be in New York. Let's give the people in Montana. I'm going to give out every 50 state here, but let's have the people in Montana have an opportunity to showcase their work and showcase their art. And this is a little bit down the lines. I grew up on the MCAs.
Okay.
I don't know if this is copyrighted or what, but I want to retake the MCA name and make that the Minnesota Creativity Awards.
Okay.
And with that, it'll be showcasing all type of youth creatives and giving them their awards and giving them their flowers.
I love that. I love that. Do you think you're going to run into opposition there when it comes to the name?
Hey, the name doesn't matter. The values and the mission matters.
Yeah.
But I really hope it's the MCAs.
Yeah.
I want to reclaim it. It's all about reclaiming your own journey in a lot of ways.
Yeah. No, I love that. You should definitely go for that. Okay. When it comes to funding,
Yes.
right? We talked a little bit about that before. The event you did over the weekend, you raised some funds, you got some toys, which is awesome. If me as a potential donor, potential donor, I say, okay, well, what's the funding for? How do you utilize the funding? And I find personally, as a person who does donate to local community organizations, it's always helpful to spell out where those dollars are going. If I give you $10, does 8 go to administrative and 2 goes to the cause? Or you know what I mean? What the breakdown is. Do you mind sharing that?
I would love to right now. Right now, we're creating third spaces. So most of our money goes towards creating events for youths to showcase their work. That is our primary goal. And then on top of that, we do have Inspire sessions. These are speaker programs that goes into the sense of talking about your career, talking about your experience, and maybe you're doing a workshop. So there might be some art supplies.
Okay.
And it's very happy to say this. I'm getting to the point where I can pay back my staff, not only with their time and their energy, but with monetary gains.
Sure.
So on small projects that obviously like Maddie or Elton, who creating all these great designs, yes, they deserve their payback as well.
Absolutely.
And that's something I encourage them to bring their supplies. They'll both have their own businesses. So yes, there is funding, but you're also funding youth creatives as well. So it's all a great support.
Okay. And what about you, sir? Do you get paid in the process, or is this a labor of love?
Right now, it is the 2-year anniversary.
Okay.
It was a 2-year anniversary, yes. And
yes, clap it up for that.
the blessings that I've had a chance to go. I have got paid to be a panel speaker before.
Wonderful.
And that was down at my my alma mater down in Mankato State.
Okay.
And those opportunities are great. And I have not got to the point where this is my 9-to-5, but I'm seeing how it could be so close.
Okay.
It is truly one 60, 70K grant, right? That I can work off 50K, and then the other 20K is just pushed towards the work.
Yeah.
You know? And I would love to wake up every day, not worry about my bill, and just worry about creating miracle arts.
Yes.
And I know I'm close.
Yes.
And I sense it. You know?
Absolutely. Stay the course. And and you know the tidbit that you gave me earlier about, being third in the nation for art funding, right? So it sounds like the money is here. The dollars are here, right?
Yes.
It's just, and so it's what you said. So speak that into existence. 60 or 70K. Which one do you want?
70K.
70K.
You always go up, right?
There you go. So you need 70K to be able to take this on, where you can eliminate your 9-to-5 and focus all of your energy on miracle arts. What would that feel like, do you think? Uplifting to wake up and know that this is what you're doing.
And one thing I found, there is nothing that's going to compare to what I'm doing with Miracle Arts right now. And this is not with ego of like, oh, I have my name across from it. Yeah. But it's what I wanted as a kid. Again, I grew up, I would say the Troy Boyton experience of being a artist and being an athlete.
Yeah.
I always wish that I had that experience to go to a art gallery on a weekend and have either a competition, exhibit, or just the showcase and see what it's about.
Yeah.
I had some really cool things I did with sports. I played in the Metrodome and US Bank Stadium, but I wanted kids to have a chance to put up their work at MIA and Walker. That's the same experience that you can give a kid to empower them.
Yes.
And it goes back to my sister, and my little sister, she wanted to find a sewing class. And this is the why I created Miracle Arts. The resource guide, the whole basis was just to find a resource for her. And now I'm seeing how it's impacting her. You should have, we came in, she came into the event Saturday and saw the toys and just rushed over. I mean, like, she is now in college, but like she went down to being like a 4-year-old girl. And everyone has that same experience. Like, we're all kids at heart.
Right.
Again, I get so passionate talking about Miracle Arts because I know what it can become. And I always push the hobby to career, whatever. But even if it's lifelong friends and lessons that you can go, I met Susie in our 4th grade piano class. It was a Miracle Arts thing, but now she is my maid of honor. That goes a long way.
Absolutely. Jump back to what you said for a moment about, like, you had all these great experiences, being an athlete, going to the Metrodome, going to the US Bank Stadium and things like that. And you want to create that same thing, but for creatives, right? So what do you think it would take to be able to have young artists hang their work in MIA or the Walker, right? Like to have a special, what's the word? I'm drawing a blank here. Exhibit. What would it take to have a special youth-led exhibit?
One voice. It helps if there's 99 of them.
Okay.
It really just takes us as Minnesotans coming up to you guys like, we love what you guys are presenting out here. This is great work. Yeah. But like for a month and a half, what is the closest school nearby? Oh, South High School? Let's get South High School opportunity to showcase their work. For example, Smith was just down the road from Highland Park. It's not that hard to do a field trip that goes down the street and have their kids experience what Smith can be. Yeah. It takes one voice, 99 helps,
Yeah. I love that. I'm a big believer. I said it a moment ago. I'm a big believer in speaking it into existence. Yes. So you want 70K? Let's get you 70K. Here's your camera right here. So imagine that the people who are on the board of MIA or Walker are watching right now. Yes. Speak to them. Speak to them about what you just said.
I want to showcase. I want to be a resource for Minnesota artists. Let me and let us work together to be a organization that can be beneficial for generations of artists. It takes 1 month just to showcase. 1 day for a kid to showcase their work. You might make the next Prince that day. You might make the next Bob Dylan that day. The people that we are honoring, I almost forgot. You might make the next Peanuts today. Just giving them 1 day, 1 opportunity, 1 event just to showcase themselves. And I feel a lot of times with education, it's all about you create what I told you. Let them create. Give them free range. Let's bring art battle. I'm going to shout out Kelly Experience here. But let's bring art battle to this. And art battle is 20 artists come together. They have 20 minutes to create a piece from scratch using oil painting, watercolor, whatever. Let's bring that to MIA. There's so many organizations that will help you, and let me be one of those organizations.
I love that. I am blanking on her name. Who is the young woman from Art Is My Weapon? Do you know her?
No, I do not know.
Okay. She's also a B3er. So,
yes.
I'm going to make the connection.
Please do, yeah.
Because you can never have enough connections.
You cannot.
So I hope that this goes somewhere, right? So this episode will live, in its entirety, will live on YouTube. Okay. And you just never know. You never know who's watching, who's listening, who's sharing, right? And so, like I said a moment ago, let's speak it into existence. So, and even if it doesn't go anywhere, that's a great practice for you to pitch.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, and you did a wonderful job. This little guy here, you talked about him earlier, Inspiro.
Yes.
Okay, he's so cute. And this was created by Elton, you said?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and so you want people to know what about Inspiro? I get to take this one home. My 15-year-old's probably going to take it away from me.
Inspiro is the Barbie. Inspiro is the Smurfs. Inspiro is truly you as a creative. I have had many times as a creative where I felt burnt out or down on luck. Look at Inspiro to inspire you. It's as cheesy, as wonderful as it sounds. I wanted to inspire a next generation of kids. So Inspiro can be anything. It can be a painter. It can be a screenwriter, a musician.
Mm-hmm.
We did a hip hop line first, and that was our country, alternative, and country, alternative, and hip hop as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great experience. And we're going to be doing more. There's going to be a visual line coming soon, a written line as well, showcasing all art.
Okay.
I have one that I'm favorite for. I can't wait for Poet Inspiro.
Okay.
I can't wait, but we'll see when it comes. We'll see.
Okay. Do you have an idea of what Poet Inspiro might look like? Or if it's a secret, you don't have to tell me.
Elton is always the last one to decide this, but I'm just saying I would like a little toupee hat or the Paris hat, just thinking. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You talked a little bit about having an award show.
Yes.
Right. The MCAs, right? Which you want to take that. You want to take that name back. If you remember MC, I think they still have it too, like
Yes,
the standardized testing, the MCAs. Okay, so you want to flip that on its head and call it the MCA Awards, which would stand for
Minnesota Creativity Awards.
Okay, so take me through the process. Again, we're speaking it into existence. What does that look like? What does the MCA Awards look like? What do you envision?
So I envision there'll be different type of art for each discipline. So you will have visual art written, performing art, and maybe more digital art, and then have little awards coming from there.
Yeah.
Maybe like a newcomer that has blown people away. Maybe some awards that's talk about how they're giving back to their community, some charity awards.
Sure.
But more importantly, I want the youth to be showcased.
Yeah.
I want them to be awarded for what they're doing. So this might be working with many of the high schools to showcase their work and say, hey, Johnson High School, any artist that you know in your high school that you want to nominate, or hey, Rochester, do you have some people to nominate? Let's all come to, let's say the convention center.
Yes.
Put that in existence. And
now you're getting it.
now we're all coming together.
Yeah.
And it's just about the kids, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I can't wait just to be walking next to the next person is making peanuts. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I can't wait to look back in a couple years or maybe 20, 30 years and be like, isn't that a 5-year-old kid? Oh, wait. That's that person that just made a new TV show based off so-and-so, so-and-so. That is going to be a great moment.
Yes.
And
so that's, 20, 30 years, of course, that's a ways away. But let's stay in the now for a second. And I want to ask you a question about being in business for 2 years so far. What has success looked like so far? Like, what do you say? Yep, that was a success. And let's think a little bit closer. So not 20, 30 years out. Let's think 5 years out. Let's think in the next 2 years. So those two questions to you. So one, in 2 years' time, what does success look like for you so far?
Okay.
So let's start with that one.
So in the past 2 years, I would say success has been the event, having people from all different backgrounds. And the whole purpose of the Giving Back Inspiro event was because so many restraintment, there's so much anger in the world, there's so much me. Seeing everyone give back and just believe in the goal, that was great to see.
Yeah.
And have an opportunity for really my friends,
Yeah.
have a chance to showcase their work. That's success to me.
Okay. I love that.
But if you talk about in 5 years, what success looks like is impacting more, having more of these events, not only in the metro, but outside the metro, going up to Duluth and seeing their type of artwork.
Yes.
And
you getting paid for it.
I'm going to go right to that. And
Yeah.
selfishly, or the opposite, actually, I really want my team to get paid. Because it's so crazy to see people believe in my dream that I started, and it just started off as really a dream.
Yeah.
Every time Elton, Maddie, or Mina brings me something, I'm like, can I give you something back? Like, it's just that sense of, like, you did something great.
Yes.
And again, I am so okay just managing, but I love doing what I'm at with Miracle Arts.
And that's what's going to make you a great leader and a great, boss when it comes to this business, right? Because you want to make sure that the people who've helped you get where you are taken care of. And so I'm excited about that. I push back on you a little bit on the 20, 30 years because it's going to happen much sooner than that for you. And so I'm speaking that into existence for you. It's not going to take that long. So all it takes is the right person to see this. And so you'll have that 70K before you know it. Yeah.
I should have bumped it up to 100K at this point, you know?
Say it now. Say
100K,
it now.
100K. Let's put it up there.
Yes, absolutely. I want to ask you about your team. You speak so highly
I
of
love my
them.
team, yes.
It looks like I can see some of them online too here. Tell me about your team.
So,
And you said a total of 7 people, including
yes,
yourself. Yeah,
many of them started off as high school friends.
Okay.
So I'm going to start off with Maddie. Like,
Okay.
for example, Miracle Arts really wants to highlight my friends. And Maddie, back in high school, was always bringing her new artwork. And I saw how talented she was. Mm-hmm. But, like, no one else really represented that. Like, no one wanted to push her that way. And this is a great opportunity. This last event, she did a live art painting of the Grinch. And at the end of the night, we did like an auction. And like seeing her face light up when people say, I'll pay 84 and I'll pay 94, I'll pay 100.
Wow.
It ended up to 150. And you just see her face at the end like, what? Y'all paid 150? I'm like, yes, Maddie, people paid 150 for it. There is Malachi as well. Malachi, I lived literally down the street from. So, like, I mean, the same pit. He's the main photographer for us.
Yeah.
And same point. Like, you see a talented friend, you're like, let's help out.
Yes.
Elton, we talked about Elton before. He
Yes.
brought in the amazing Spiral mascot. I'm like, yep, you're part of the team there. And Charles, I met at a Juneteenth event. I really wanted Charles to be here. We messed up with the address there. I do apologize, Charles. But you'll love Charles. Charles can become friends with anybody. If you put him in any environment, Charles is walking out with them and they're all laughing, holding hands. I'm like, what, Charles? You was here for 20 minutes and you're friends with everybody.
Sometimes people just have that energy,
just
right?
have that.
Yeah.
Patience, also a Champlain Park grad. Hey, she helps with all her money and she keeps us floating. So thank you a lot, Patience, because we be bringing in we be doing so many different things in and out, and she keeps it all patient.
Okay, look at that. Another play on words there.
But no, she's great.
You have quite the team. And I also, I
can go down the list. I'm sorry about
that.
No,
you're fine. Okay, you've shouted out everybody. Charles, Patience, Maddie, Elton, Malachi.
I've not shouted out everybody. I want to shout out my partner, Mina. She's actually helped out with our last event.
Okay.
And she was the main event production, and she helped out with talent.
Okay.
She did a great job.
Okay.
A great job. Helped out made my job easy.
Nice.
And that's what a great partner is, right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I have to shout her out.
And you said this is your partner?
Yes, it is.
Nice. And Olivia?
Yes, Olivia. She's currently up in Duluth right now.
Okay.
And she's also a Brooklyn Park native, so.
Okay, fantastic. Look at that team. I love it. I also love how you say, this could be you. You're looking for an outreach coordinator and a grant writer. Talk about it. This is a great time to pitch it.
Yes, for outreach, I want someone to be as passionate out and just going about. This was currently Charles' role, but he's now moving to being our program manager for our speaker program.
Okay.
So I want someone that's lively about art, who cares about just the next generation and can talk about art for anybody. 'Cause that's the hard part, is being a translator.
Yeah.
Is going into a mom or going into a business person or a kid and taking our mission and making it make sense to them.
Yeah.
I need someone like that.
Yeah.
And for grant writer, you have a tough job. You have to go help. You have to go look for some grants, and I'm going to be right there for you. But I'm limited in my capacity of what I know so far.
Right.
I would love someone to walk down this path with me, and I can help look for grants, and we can write some grants to go out and to support some youth artists.
For sure. And if someone has experience as already being a grant writer, they might already know where to look, especially being third in the nation, right?
Yes, there's so much out there.
There's so much money here. I'm wishing you all the best, all the success.
Thank you very much.
You know, I did have one more question it pertained to because you speak about youth, right? I'm curious, is there an age limit though, like a minimum and a maximum?
So there's a visible age limit.
Invisible age limit. Talk about it.
I always say, because when I mean youth, I do mean 18 and younger, or excuse me, not 18 younger, 21 and younger, like college kids and more middle school and high school kids.
Okay.
But our resources does not only apply. For example, our resource guide and our event is open for all ages. So our resource guide, you can still use it to find local resources throughout the area, and there's many opportunities that has adult art shops there. So that's, again, if I can't be a resource, I can point you towards one.
Yes.
And again, our events are open for all ages. Please come, showcase your work. We're all kids at heart.
Yes.
That's why I say it's a visible line, because we're all kids at heart.
Yes.
adult will love to come paint.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Well, speaking of which, when you say events,
Yes.
what's the next event you have on deck?
Ooh, get away for 2026.
Oh.
I have some ideas.
Okay.
We have some ideas, and I don't want to put nothing into the air until we confirm with the team there.
Okay. But in terms of keeping up with what Miracle Arts is doing, they should go to miraclearts.org.
Yes, it is. Or you can find us on Instagram and TikTok, miracle.arts.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it. Well, can you believe it? That was our time.
Went by
I
quick,
told
huh?
you.
I know, we chatters. We be just chatting, so it's very easy for us,
Well, my biggest hope right now is that folks got the most information possible about Miracle Arts, the work that you're doing, how they
Yes.
can support, right? And, with just another moment here, I want to ask you one last question, which is, what would you say Miracle Arts' greatest need is right now? So talk to the camera. What's your greatest need right now? Is it funding? Is it support? Is it volunteers? What do you need right now?
I would say it's funding, and I would say it's more corporate support.
Corporate support.
And the
Okay.
reason why I say this, corporately, you are making the next graphic designers and producers. Like, this is your next talent pool.
Yes.
And in a lot of ways, that the same way you meet your engineers back in middle school, meet your artists as well.
Okay.
So we have the community support. The community will show up. But it's now on the people who have this money that can provide to the community.
Okay.
In a lot of ways, put power back in the community.
Who's a corporation you'd like to shout out that you think might be able to help you out? They've got deep pockets.
It's, I say Target.
That's what
Target
I was thinking of too.
Target,
Hey,
just put up there,
Target. Target, they have had a rough couple quarters. Like they could they could be back in folks' good graces. Target, you heard it here first. Go ahead and give them some money. They're looking for about, actually, I was going to say 70. They're looking for about 100K. So I'm nothing if not a cheerleader. So I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Again, I cannot tee up who will be here next week because it's the holidays. It's Christmas. I'm taking a much deserved break. And so I'm really excited about that. But I'll be back in 2 weeks. And in the meantime, check back in a couple days. My YouTube channel, Open Book with Nyia Harris, where you can watch all of the previous episodes. You were episode 27 today, by the way. And all the previous episodes and the current episode with Xavier Thomas from Miracle Arts. Again, thank you so much for being my guest. This has been an absolute blast. I've learned so much, and I hope I send some donors your way. Again, miraclearts.org. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and have a great holiday. Thank you.